Hello everyone and welcome to a new review of a new lens. I've been keeping an eye on Nikon lenses, the vintage lenses, since they are quite sharp and you can get them with very low price. Today I got a new lens, super telezoom lens, 75 to 300, 4.5 f 4.5 to 5.6. I got it for very cheap since it has a problem in the infinity focus. So this is a push-pull design, the old one, but it has electronics. It can be controlled by the camera. The autofocus can be done by the camera. So let's take a look at this lens and compare it to my lovely Nikon 80 to 200 and see which one is better. So these are the three lenses, Nikon lenses, that I have currently. This is a wide angle equivalent to 25 to 100 ml. This is my old Nikon 80 to 200, which is equivalent to 160 to 400 mm, and this is my new Nikon super telephoto zoom 75 to 300, which is equivalent to 150 all the way to 600 mm. All I'm using as manual. This one I use the speed booster, while these two I will be using a dumb converter from Nikon to micro four thirds, so no glass is used. So this one is the oldest one, is a push-pull. It is a manual focus with aperture ring here. This one is the newest one, which is the D. For the D type, they remove the aperture ring, so you cannot use the normal dumb converter since it doesn't have aperture ring. You can buy the other type of converter that has the ring, or use a speed booster like this one. This one in the middle, this one still have the aperture ring, but it is also having the electronic connections here, and it can autofocus through the camera itself. So it doesn't have autofocus motor built in, but it can autofocus through the camera through a screwdriver. So this is the new one. It is also a push-pull design. In this version I have a mint condition. It doesn't have any zoom creep, so it doesn't slide down. This one from 75 to 300, which is equivalent to 150 to 600, and the focus is here, the focus ring at the top, and it has a limiting switch if you are using the camera for the focus. I will be using manual, so I always put it at full. Then it has a limit if you are using the camera, so the autofocus will not be very slow, so it doesn't have to go all the way from close-up to infinity. This one had a problem when I bought it for the infinity. It doesn't focus to infinity, so I opened it and repaired. So I got it for very cheap, is around $36 US only. And I have the converter from Nikon to micro four thirds, the dumb adapter. I bought it previously for $4 US, so I can connect it directly to my camera, and it has the aperture ring here from 4.5 all the way to 32. It is also a click aperture ring, so it is 4.5, then 5.6, 8, 11, 16, 22, and 32. One good thing is this one has the support for the tripod, the collar here, and this one can be adjusted for landscape also. So we can take vertical or horizontal shots. You can rotate, then you fix with this bolt here. Okay, so let's remove the caps. This is now fully collapsed at 75 or 150 equivalent, then all the way push to 300 or 600 mm equivalent. Then you have the ring fully closed is infinity, then you pull out without the limiting switch all the way to the closest focus. So this one I will be using manual focusing, and this is the screw for the collar. You can untighten it and turn. You have here 2 dots to line up for the landscape. Then I'll be using this dumb adapter converter from Nikon to Micro Four Thirds. So this one doesn't have any glass in it, it's just a hole through, and it doesn't have any aperture ring, so I cannot use this one with the newer Nikon. So now I will show you some videos and pictures taken by this lens to see how sharp it is. So enjoy. So today I'm inside University Science Malaysia, recording in this lovely pond or lake. It is covered with this floating grass and flowers floating. So there are some birds on these leaves. You cannot see with this wide angle. Now I'm using the normal range, which is 56 mm, which is approximately what your eye will see. This is my Camlan prime lens. Then compare it with my new zoom. So let's switch to the zoom lens and see. So now this is the Nikon zoom. This is now at the 75 or 150 mm. There is a bird there, you cannot see it until I zoom. So let's zoom to this bird. So the focus ring is not very accurate. It rotates very fast. So this is 600 equivalent. And now this one is 150. This is that bird again. This is a woodpecker on the tree. This is at 600 mm. This is at 150 mm. This is a lizard dragon. He is very common here near the lake.